Hey folks, it's Cameron from the Brushfire Mind, and this is coffee. If you check out the link down below in the description, you can find ways to support us by buying us more coffee. Okay, thanks. It was absolutely
right.
bizarre.
Well, quite simply, the acolytes of Moloch could not afford for it to be discovered that the rapist was an illegal alien.
Yeah, too much cross
transported by Biden's policies. Murder is not explicitly prohibited by the Constitution. The word murder doesn't appear there in reference to these things. Instead, it says that it is the government's responsibility to protect life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. Life first. You cannot be happy if you're not free. You cannot be free if you are not alive. So it is the responsibility of the government to protect life. What Kansas has done now is said we do not want to protect life by amending our Constitution. And I've got good news for you, Kansas. You don't have to amend the Constitution to protect life. But,
well, okay. So, first things first. About 900,000 people in Kansas voted on this amendment. And a little less than 59% said, no, let's not do this. So, shit right up your nose with the whole narrative about how ultra right-wing Christian areas just can't wait to Handmaid's Tale your ass. They just can't wait to do it. Can't wait to do it. This disproves that. Secondly, I've read the language of the amendment, and I think what happened here is that people read too much into it, because it specifically says, oh, not limited to rape and incest. I can picture stupid people reading that bill, especially with a Democrat machine behind it that's willing to lie and exaggerate and so forth, and say, oh my God, even if you rape, they want you to carry your rapist baby.
yeah, that's false. Here's the language of the bill.
Oh,
itself.
I'm not saying that is true.
Oh, no, I understand. You're saying that liar's gonna lie. And I'll put the lie to them right here. Because Kansans value both women and children, the Constitution of the state of Kansas does not require government funding of abortion and does not create or secure a right to abortion. To the extent permitted by the Constitution of the United States, the people, through their elected state representatives and state senators, may pass laws regarding abortion, including but not limited to laws that account for circumstances of pregnancy resulting from rape or incest or circumstances of necessity to save the life of the mother. This is the whole bill, by the way. That's it.
It's like a page and a half.
Bill.
Oh, the version I read was a page and a half, but whatever. Well, see, but that's what I mean right there. And that's one reason why I absolutely hate legalese. I hate it, okay? I know that does not mean that they're going to try and stop you from getting an abortion if you have an ectopic pregnancy. I understand that.
Yeah, you're still good to go up to like 22 weeks in Kansas, something like that?
Yes.
5 months.
Yes. So, but it's the same thing here, okay? Excuse me, it is not the same thing here. I know that this does not stop you from having an abortion if you've got an ectopic pregnancy. But somebody that's not us, or not one of our wonderful people in the chat, might read that and go, holy shit, I can't vote for this. I have to vote no, otherwise this will literally set women's health back. Because we've created this whole thing around this issue of all these false narratives about all this rape and all these times, like the 10-year-old girl that had to leave the state under odd circumstances to have her abortion to save her life.
And then we discovered that she wouldn't have had to leave the state generally. And then, oh, by the way, they reported her rapist as a minor.
Well, she was a
27-year-old minor.
Yeah, that, like, everything about that situation was absolutely bizarre.
Well, quite simply, the acolytes of Moloch could not afford for it to be discovered that the rapist was an illegal alien.
Yeah, too much cross-current
transported by
in the
Biden's
messaging.
policies.
So, and then Steve points out that ectopic is not abortion. Yes, yeah, that is one of the things I see the lie on social media to be like, oh my gosh, even if you have an ectopic abortion, they want you to just die from it. Look, no, nobody does. Absolutely zero people want that to happen. Okay? I mean, seriously. So anyhow, this needed to get covered because it went back to the states. The states made a choice. It was put on the ballot democratically. Almost 1 million people in an ultra red state voted for this, and they did not vote to pass a constitutional amendment that would allow them to regulate abortion. Now, part of what I suspect is that the Kansas legislature can still, in fact, regulate abortion. Like it already does. This was probably, you know what this probably was, is this is probably both a CYA and red meat to the base, and it backfired terribly.
Agreed.
This was a political stunt, and I'll even go so far as to say, purely in a tactical sense, an absolute overreach. And now it's blown up in their faces. But I'm still going to call this a victory, because every time somebody says, oh my God, they want you to die from ectopic pregnancy, I'm going to be like, ultra right-wing Kansas doesn't.
And so, and again, I'm going to go back to the language here. It says, because the Constitution of the state of Kansas does not require government funding of abortion and does not create or secure a right to abortion. Okay, the overturning of Roe v. Wade sends the question back to the states. The U.S. Constitution does not include a psychotic, absurd right to abortion. This right here, this doesn't change. It doesn't change anything. It basically says this is the case. It's not even as amendments go. It doesn't amend anything. It's more like, by the by, we're adding this amendment just to clarify what the other stuff means. This isn't, well, we've been drinking all we want, and now we think that's bad, and so we're going to pass the 18th Amendment and give Sean Connery a great excuse to make an excellent movie. But it's not going to work out long enough, so, 21st Amendment's going to do away with it. Those things changed the nature of the law. Those things changed the nature of law enforcement with respect to the laws they created. Prohibition was done through an amendment that made a change. This doesn't make a change. It says it is the case that the state of Kansas Constitution does not create or secure a right to abortion.
Yeah, but I mean,
so them failing to pass this amendment, it's still the case that the Kansas state constitution does not secure a right to abortion.
Yeah, this is a clarification in language, and I'll stand by it. This was one of the rare instances where the right virtue signals. And look,
yes.
It's bad when both sides virtue signal. Has a tendency to blow up in your face. Just don't do it. Hey, Kansas, just pass a law regulating abortion. You didn't have to do this. Anyhow, but yeah, just one more time. I want to drive it home. Not The Handmaid's Tale. In ultra red Kansas, they're not making you wear those stupid fucking red dresses. God, I hate that show. I hate that meme. I hate everything about it. I hate Elizabeth, what's her name, that stars in it. Like, Jesus, have you ever seen the meme that's like, nobody, absolutely nobody, liberal women, it's The Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah.
Like, it's not even that good of a show.
I've never watched an episode.
I was forced to see parts of it, and it's okay. If you have rape fantasies, it's your jam. Like, it's weird. Like, this would be something. I was about to say,
show.
It's Bernie Sanders show.
Bernie Sanders show.